Hey y'all. Okay, so if you were able to read on that one year, um, it was like a major flood or whatnot. But I just wanted to do a quick video um, to say a few things. One, this was a while back, but I was talking to my dad, and my dad is the one that was like, "Well, I think Trump has a plan," but like I've already shared, I don't. I think he knows that some of the things are corrupt or whatnot, but I don't really think he realizes how much it is. Um, so I wanted to share that um, real quick, But that's when I was telling him about other things, and I was already trying to get him to listen to other people, but um, and he's, I don't know how you say it. Just sometimes you don't really get too much of a reaction out of my dad. But anyways, so I just want to share that real quick. And okay, so that kind of leads on to, I guess, the other thing. Like, the way I look at it, like, there's a lot of families that don't go to church. There, already there's already a lot of people that might not take their children to church, and this and that and the other. So I guess unless they are taught from them or whatnot. Um, so when I come across or came across the fact of certain people going into the Christian church, um, and kind of just switching around everything or however it went, or like teaching different, I could not finish it. Like, it made me so mad and upset about it that I was like, wow. Because, like I just said, um, as if that wasn't good enough, that there are people that don't go to church or take their children to church, as if that wasn't good enough, then they had to go and do that, you know? And like always, you can find a book to read and read a book, study up on it or whatever. I'm just saying you can always try to double check what you hear or whatever. But you know what I mean. Okay, and then um I think that was gonna lead into something else. So I guess you can see how I'm like, wow, um so it's like, like maybe everybody, was taught different or taught wrong or whatever. So, um, just wanted to point that out. Um, and then leads into, like, yes, I think we have a corrupt government. And I'm sure a lot of other people see that. Um, and I hope I don't make anybody mad, but I don't care now if anybody goes to jail. Like, I feel like the damage is already done. Um, okay, so if you haven't heard about Vault 7, I'm still trying to figure out, or I just was starting to think if Vault 7 was the same as the, um, what was it? Fusion, whatever it was. Okay, so there's those two things, Vault 7, um, the Fusion GPS. I forgot what it was, but y'all, I think y'all know what I'm talking about. And then, like I had already shared before, Benghazi was what got me into trying to find out more, because I was just like, okay, so that lady didn't do right with her email or whatever, and they're about to let her run for office. So that's, was part of my, like, waking up, like, oh, okay. And then there's, yeah, Benghazi. Um, and then they talk about the Cambridge Analytica thing or whatnot. Um, and of course, I've sat there and made several posts to say Facebook is a CIA psyop. You think they're going to let that be shared or seen? I mean, oh yeah. And then another thing, someone that I don't really know personally, but I just went to school with them in a conversation under my post or whatever a while back. They are the one, they said to someone else in the conversation on my post, they're the ones that said that um, Snopes is run, or the Clintons run Snopes. So that's just what someone else said. Okay. Um, and I think that's all I really wanted to cover. I wanted to say those few things. Um, and I know there's something I was going to miss, which, I'm full of stories. I got stories for like almost everything. and, and also on, like, since there's so much talk about gun control, there's someone I know that goes hunting. People do still go hunting, So I wanted to point that out. I'll return that to that later sometime. But and I think that's pretty much it. I just want to cover those few things and say the way I look at it or whatever. And oh yeah, so of course you see how I see it, that we have to take care of this over here. We got to take care of that over there. Everything's like, the money. I mean, anyways, and then so the way I look at it, like everything, all these things are being taken care of, this and that and the other, this and that and the other, and then, but to fix these broken systems or whatever, nothing's really getting fixed, The school took out God and replaced it with their God or whatever. How many people really don't want their children in school, and I'm sure that's understood. But, anyways, and then, yes, I can't wait for the crap to hit the fan. However, these things go, because once people realize, 0% of people making a court here, 0% making a court there for that, zero, and I'm talking about different states, 0% making it in a court for that. And yes, I wonder how many people have pled guilty to something that wasn't theirs. I really do. Or something they didn't do, just because they were pressured pretty much into pleading guilty. That's another thing. But anyways, I'll see y'all soon. Just wanted to do a quick video to say those few things. All right, God bless.